welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I am super excited to get into today's video because today we are doing a soulmate reading and it's going to be super in-depth, okay? We're getting into exactly what your soulmate looks like. I'm talking about their eye color, their skin tone, their style, their zodiac sign as well. We're getting into their initials, and their hair. We're getting into what the relationship is going to be like, also what they like about you, and then we're going to get into the energy of the person so we can know like what their personality is like, and then just kind of like, you know, anything we can really get about what they're like. So I'm super excited. Okay, before we get started, you can always check me out on Etsy. It is linked in the description if you would like your own private tarot reading. But other than that, we're just going to jump right in. Here we have pile 1 with the citrine. This is the Fashion Tarot. King of Aloha Tarot here on YouTube made this deck. You can check out his decks. I believe he links his website in every video that he does. And then we have group 2 with the Amethyst and the Crystal Visions Tarot. Remember, you can pick more than one pile. And pause the video if you need more time, if I'm going a bit too fast for you to decide. We have group 3 with the Tiger's Eye and the Santa Muerte Tarot. And then we have group 4 with the Rose Quartz and the Modern Witch Tarot. So take as much time as you need. Like I said, pause the video if you're needing more time. And other than that, we are just gonna get started. All right, group 1. If you chose the Citrine and the Fashion Tarot, this is your pile, okay? All about your soulmate, exactly what they look like, what they like about you, zodiac sign, initials, all of that. First, we're gonna start with their eye color and their style to start to reveal what your soulmate looks like. So let's get into the eye colors. We have multicolored eyes, so they may have a hazel eye even, or, you know, different blocks in their eyes that are different colors. We got blue eyes. We got honey brown eyes. Oh my goodness, I love honey brown eyes. Group 1, you are in for a treat. Dark green eyes. A lot of colored eyes came out for you guys. A lot of eyes in general came out for you. This person, I would think, could possibly wear colored contacts as well. We have light green eyes, so now we have dark green and light green. And then we have brown eyes. Okay, let's not forget the style. We have a quirky style, so this person is definitely an individualist, and it wouldn't surprise me since we got so many eye colors that came out for you guys, because the way that they look physically may be a part of their self-expression. We got hipster style. Hipster style, low-key style. So it depends from day to day. I feel like they like to kind of draw you in with their style. One day they're kind of looking more discreet. You could, you know, potentially miss them if they walk into a room. And then another day, they're the center of attention. And then we have e-girl, e-boy style. So definitely feel like it depends on when you catch them as far as what they'll look like. So now we're gonna jump into what they're like, the energy that they embody. That was not the best shuffle. Get into what they're gonna be like, how you're gonna feel and receive their energy. Spirit, give me some information on what their person will be like. What kind of energy do they embody? How do they come across? What's their energy like? Definitely heavy on the mystery. I mean, seriously, I'm feeling a very mysterious energy coming from them. Ooh, so we have the Eight of Wands and, or sorry, the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Wands that came out for you. Let me get these out of the way. Eight of Wands and the Queen of Wands that came out. Those are the cards. So I keep misspeaking. It's the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Eight of Cups, Queen of Wands, Eight of Cups, Queen of Wands. So tapping into their energy, I feel like there's someone who's just gotten out of a relationship. So when you meet them, they're honestly like super like, I feel like they're a little bit melancholy. Like this person's a little bit moody in the sense that, you know, they're someone when they talk, it's just more, you know, like, you know, people who have like a darker humor, or, you know, people who, honestly, it can kind of come through as like sullen, a little bit of a dry humor as well. They come across as someone who doesn't have the most faith in humanity. Definitely a Saturnian energy with your person. But at the same time, Queen of Wands, they're really passionate about life, and they have this whole new perspective that kind of makes them appear, you know, you're very confused and intrigued by this person, because Queen of Wands energy is passionate, someone who's excited, someone who wants to move forward and create a new life. So they have a lot of ideas, and when you first meet them, they're really open-minded, very mutable energy, but at the same time, you can like tell if you listen to them talk for long enough that they've kind of been through some things. With that Eight of Cups, I feel like they, when you're meeting them, they're just, oh, I love this. They're just getting out of a relationship. But we also have the Nine of Swords that came out in reverse. So that lets me know that they have healed from whatever, you know, trauma they may have experienced with that person. This one wants to come out too. Two of Swords. So that's an energy of them not wanting to go back. They're not going to put you in some sort of like third party situation. Your person, when you meet them, they're ready to move forward. They're completely closed off to the past. Nine of Swords in reverse, they've healed from the past. So even though they don't have the most faith, they're still open, Queen of Wands, to being surprised. Still open, still a bit optimistic. And I feel like the optimism is just like their true nature, to be honest. I feel like they're naturally more optimistic, because you can still sense a little bit of that hurt, a little bit of that heartbreak that they've gone through, but at the same time, they carry heartbreak very well. Nine of Wands, they've processed it, they have accepted the situation for what it was, and honestly, they're just trying to move forward, trying to move on. They don't want to sit with all this heartbreak forever. Ooh, I love this energy. I love this energy because you're not going to have to worry about competition. We got the Seven of Cups that came out in reverse, and then the Four of Coins. So they're naturally a bit more reserved in their energy, you know. They're not trying to talk to a lot of people. Their goal in life isn't romance, which makes it easy for you guys to develop a genuine connection, because it starts in a very friendship type of energy, in a friendly way. Honestly, I find that people are more like, it's easier for a lot of people to share like the stuff that they've been through to friends than it is to their partner, because, you know, I feel like we all at some point go through the lesson of what telling your partner everything that you've been through can lead to if they don't like hold that information correctly, if they don't create that safe space for you. So I love how this relationship is starting and the way that this is coming in for you guys, because it allows you guys to have a very genuine kind of start. And it's not like, oh, there's all this pressure around us to be in a relationship. It's kind of just like we're building a rapport, we're building a friendship, we're hanging out, and it's genuinely fun. And you know, a lot of times when you jump right into a relationship, especially if you meet people on like dating apps, because dating apps are literally like primarily geared towards dating, it's like, okay, we may go on a couple dates, but then it's like Netflix and chill, and we're always hanging out like, you know, at each other's house or something like that. Like, I don't feel like you get to date as much, because it's like, that comes more with friendship. Like, of course, you're not gonna, you wanna go out and you wanna do things. So I love this energy. Nine of Cups in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. Ooh, I love it. They've grown. They've grown. And you know what? Interestingly enough, they don't put themselves first. I feel like they're naturally a people pleaser, and that could be honestly some tea from their past relationship as far as why it didn't work out. Maybe their last person took them for granted. But Page of Cups in reverse, they've learned not to give themselves to someone who doesn't deserve it. So for someone who doesn't appreciate them, someone who doesn't give as much as they do, they're not going to end up, you know, with the shorter end of the stick this time around. I definitely feel growth with this person. And then we got the Seven of Swords. So a little bit of self-sabotage here, which is a good thing considering you guys are starting off in a friendship way, because like I said, I just feel like, you know, it's more common for people to open up if it's just a friendship situation versus a romantic situation. And because you guys are starting in more of a friendship energy, they have these roadblocks, but you'll be able to naturally kind of pull them down and get to know them, because things are going to go slow. Not slow in the sense that, okay, 1 week you hear from them and then you don't hear from them for another, you know, 3 weeks, but slow in the sense that like neither of you are really in a rush and you're really genuinely getting to know each other. So I'm liking this energy so far. Let's just get a couple more tarot cards to see what they're like, the energy that they embody, and we'll keep going with their physical description. Yeah, they still got some learning to do. I mean, to some degree, ooh, I love it. Still got some learning to do, but to some degree we all do. We got the Temperance card in reverse, which immediately told me this person gives way, 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 way more than they receive. They're naturally a giving person. Like, we all have different gauges, and this person, like, I'm hearing, I won't. Like, and that was a little part of a sentence, and it was like, I won't stop being who I am just because of the things that I've experienced. So this person is genuinely a lover, genuinely someone who gives a lot, like a lot. And we have the Lovers card, so I feel like you're going to eat that up. You're going to absolutely enjoy it, and you may be the same, which is why even though this person probably gives a bit more than, you know, they receive, and they have learned from it to some degree, but Seven of Swords lets me know they still kind of like self-sabotage a bit. They still give more than they should, but with that Lovers card, you're definitely going to be able to benefit from that. Let me take a little sip of water. I see you guys getting along very well. I see you guys really enjoying each other's company. And yeah, the energy so far is really, really good. So let's keep going with their physical description. Let's get into their skin tone and their hair. All right, so for skin tone, we got olive skin. We got light brown skin. Smooth skin, love it. So that means that they have a very fresh glass skin type of skin complexion. Like, you know, they've probably, like, I feel like this person has never really struggled with acne. Either that or they really got a skincare routine that works for them. And then we got slightly tan skin. So that's what we got for all of the skin tones. Let's get into their hair. We have wavy hair. Oh, there was one more I didn't see for skin tone. Let me open this one too. Dark brown skin. Okay. And trendy hair cut or style. Yeah, this person is really a wild card. We got messy hair, not at all surprised. And then the last one for hair, we got pixie cut or a fade. So those are all of the combinations. What should we do next? Let's see what the relationship is going to be like. And I'm going to pull some advice too from the universe just to make sure that there isn't anything special you need to know, and if there is, we'll get that. What will their relationship be like? Oh my goodness, we have all these cards that keep jumping, but they're not coming out all the way. I get that in a symbolic kind of way where it's like both of you guys are going to have to hold back You both have learned, you know, in relationships, regardless of how certain it can seem. We got the new life card. Yeah, a lot of differences, a lot of changes. This relationship is going to be different from any relationship that you had. And this new life card lets me know that this person is going to breathe new life into you. I mean, seriously, they're so open-minded and free, so romantic as well, and so like giving, genuinely giving. It's going to be a breath of fresh air for you to be with someone like this, because they truly wear their heart on their sleeves, and they will give you every last drop of energy they have, which 7 of Swords, the universe is saying, honestly, and the Temperance card, yeah, there's certain things that do have to be learned from and grown from. We got the time to go card here as far as what the relationship is going to be like. So I definitely feel like it's going to make it easy for you to walk away from any relationship or any person that you've been holding on to that doesn't serve you. Also help you walk away from the older version of yourself. I feel like you guys are going to be learning and growing together, because I mean, they've clearly got some things that they need to work on there. And they're things like, from a romantic perspective, that don't seem bad. You know, these aren't bad qualities, but it's just like, these are not the best qualities if you want a long-term relationship, just because, you know, if you give too much, I feel like both of you are going to have to like really hold back, because it's not going to help that this person is like, I'll give you everything. You know, if you have also learned that's probably not the best way to do things, then you're probably going to be like, oh, there's one more card that flipped. I didn't even see. Ooh, the Yin card. Wow, they really embody divine feminine energy. We got the Queen of Wands that came out before too. Yeah, this is going to be one of those relationships you're going to like want to fall into right away. We got the Observer card in the Yin, so I feel like you're going to spend a lot of time getting to know this person, watching this person, seeing what they like. You may be very detail oriented, and that's a way that you like to show people that you really love them and care about them, by noticing little details and giving them gifts or little treats when you go to, you know, the store or whatever, just to know that you're thinking about them, and maybe it's their favorite candy or something like that. We got the Between Worlds card at the bottom of the deck. So also the universe is saying this person is going to fully bring you into your new life. So if you've been manifesting new love, a new life, you know, new circumstances for yourself, this person is going to make it so you can do that. Oh my God, another one. Hold on. There's like 1, 2 cards. When those cards were jumping before, I wonder if they were these cards flipping. Wow. We got Come to the Edge and Go the Distance. So this is going to be a long-term relationship, okay? This soulmate relationship is going to be a long-term relationship, and it's really going to test you, okay? Come to the Edge is an energy of someone who really pushes you and really tests you, and see, you know, you'll learn a lot about yourself, show you how far you can go, how far you can love, how creative you can be. Maybe you guys will create your own business. I feel like you guys are really learning a lot about each other in this relationship. So let's see. Sweet communication. I love it. We got exchanging gifts. What I can definitely say is you guys were both put into each other's life for a reason. This isn't a coincidence. This isn't a mistake. We got the Higher Power card smack dab in the middle. So you are led to each other by divine guidance. This was meant to happen. It was always going to happen. It was always them. This is like the big hurrah. This is like the person you've been waiting for, the person you've been hoping for, holding on to hope for. Like, it's them. It's you. I'm getting some song downloads now. Like, wow, so romantic. And now I'm seeing the scene. I forget which one it was. Maybe, was it Eclipse? I don't know. One of the Twilight Saga movies. I'm seeing like their wedding scene, and how like, ugh, goodness, it was just so, all the feels. So we have exchanging gifts. You know, you're going to benefit from this person. They're going to benefit from you. I feel like whatever your weakness is their strength, and vice versa. Like whatever you struggle with, they have learned a lesson for, and they have all the tools to kind of help you through that, and vice versa. Higher power again. The universe made you guys, like I'm telling you, this is all happening for a reason. This is not a mistake. This is not a coinky dink. This was always meant to happen, and I absolutely love it. Message in a bottle. I love this card because this is about clear and sweet communication. The thing about message in a bottle, I always use the example like, you know, if you were cast away on an island and you had to send a message in a bottle and that was your only hope of, you know, getting rescued or getting any sort of help, you would have to be very, very clear. I am exactly here. These are my coordinates. This is what it looks like. This is where I am during the day. These are the places I always go. This is where you can find me. This is my name, my date of birth. This is where I come from. You know, detailed communication, very clear, but slow as well. So I feel like, you know, this person is really going to take their time and be very, very mindful with the way they communicate with you. They don't want to scare you. They don't want to intimidate you. They want to be heard. They want you to listen, and vice versa. They want to hear you. And so I feel like arguments with you guys won't really be arguments. It'll be like very much so adult conversations where the communication is genuine, sweet, and to the point. So this person is going to make it very easy for you to communicate. So if you've ever had a throat chakra block in a relationship, this will be different. All right, so let's get into what they like about you. What do they like about you? You know how to play the game. Ooh, I love this. It's giving me a bit of a push and pull energy. You know when to surrender. You know when to pull back. You know when to listen. You know when to speak your mind. And they absolutely love that. We have you live your truth. So you're definitely someone who has accepted yourself to the full. Whatever your aesthetic is, you don't care if it's quirky. You don't care if nobody else is wearing what you're wearing. You don't care if nobody else is doing what you're doing or interested in what you're interested in. You are you. And it's a wonderful quality because the thing is, a lot of people end up attracting other people that they're not in alignment with at all, because they put out this version of themselves and they project this image of themselves that is not actually who they are. So once they get with the people that are in alignment with that projection, you know, things, you know, the things start to, they start to see through the cracks. You know, people start to see like, we're not actually in alignment, or you may find yourself hating that relationship or that situation, and it's because you haven't been authentic. And I know society makes us like see, oh, this is what it's like to be cool, this is what abundance looks like, you know, this is what attractive looks like. But the people who go against the grain and don't do that end up with the perfect partners because they put out exactly who they are. And that doesn't mean you have to be loud. You can be quiet and reserved. If that's who you are, just the point is just be who you are. But that's how you truly get connected to, you know, the person that's best for you. Ooh, we have your body. They love your body, whether you're slim, curvy, whether you have a pear-shaped body or whatever other shaped body. I don't even know too many body types, to be honest. Triangle-shaped body, like they're into it. So, ooh, I'm hearing every inch of your body, and I'm hearing these like kiss noises. So they definitely really appreciate your body. They love you all the way from head to toe. You don't give in too easily. So they may be someone who, you know, tries to, because I was getting quite the mysterious energy in the beginning. They may be someone that tries to get their way by getting you to be curious enough to give them what it is that they want. But they love that you don't give in too easily. And don't get me wrong, you love that, you know, side about them that's, you know, different. You love that side about them that you can't quite put your finger on and that you have to figure out, you know. You like the fact that there's always something to get to know about this person, but at the same time, you don't give in. Like you're not gonna you bait me to do what you want. Like, you know, at the end of the day, you know how to play the game, and you don't give in too easily. You like to take your time, and they respect it. And then we have your sensitivity. Last one that came out for you. Let me just get some advice really quick from the universe for this situation. We have 4 cards that came out for you. First, we have being in flow and starting fresh. So there's definitely a message here of being open to new beginnings, being open to the way things unfold, being open to the process of it all. Moving slowly is going to be very hard for you too, especially when you're together. starting fresh. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life is what it says at the bottom of the card. The bottom of these cards have like affirmations kind of. So a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. So the universe is saying be open to this new beginning. Even if your soulmate, I just perfectly described someone you know who you know is your soulmate. Be open to like the healing process that they've gone through. Make sure you heal yourself so that when you get into this relationship, it can truly be different. We have being in flow. I am in flow of the universe. I am in the flow of the universe is what it says. So the universe is saying be open to the process, be open to whatever way you may meet this person. You may say, okay, I'm going to a wedding this weekend. I want this to be the person that, or sorry, I want this to be the time that I meet my person. But the universe is really telling you be open to whatever way this comes through for you. You know, don't put like parameters, don't box this in, the when, you know, don't be too strict on how this has to happen, especially since I feel you guys starting off in more of a friendship energy, even though of course there's going to be that, you know, romantic tension, that attraction. Because I see you guys starting in more of a friendship energy, the universe is saying don't write anyone off at this point. Be open to receive, be open to see people for who they are. Don't assume that, you know, oh, this is who this person is, that's who they are, and you know, that kind of thing. And then we have cultivating prosperity and taking action. Cultivating prosperity. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. So the universe is saying, listen, be open to receive because I'm about to really fill your cup. And then we have taking action. I enthusiastically embrace life and its boundless possibilities. So we're going to get into initials and the Zodiac now. But basically what that card is saying, listen, if you feel that urge, talk to this person or make this move, say this thing, be open to whatever way this happens. Don't get in your own way like, oh, this person has to approach me. It's not like you got to go up to them and say, I've been staring at you down this whole time and I want to get to know you better in a romantic way. Like, you ain't got to, hey, little mama, little way I see you dancing. Like, you don't have to embarrass yourself, but it's just about being open to whatever the universe says. So it could be as small as like a compliment, like, oh, I love your jacket. Is that, you know, I actually did that in the airport. I was going somewhere out of town and I was asking someone about their shoes. I was like, oh, are those the University Blues? And he was like, yeah, they are. And I was like, I tried so hard to get them. I didn't get to get them. It was something small as that led to further conversation, us exchanging information, etc. So it, like, don't be afraid to say something first, especially if you notice something that you can say something about, you know? All right. Let's get into their initials. Let's get up in there. First of all, we got HGD. I immediately thought of Gigi Hadid. So this person may be like model-esque in the way that they look, which doesn't surprise me because we are getting into, we're using the fashion tarot. Okay, so the initials we got P, we got O, we got E, G, D, as I said before, we got an H, we got a J, we got an A. We have another E, another D, another A, a U, another E. Was that 4 E's? 1, 2, 3, 3 E's. We got a W and an L. All right, let's get into their zodiac. Get one more. We have Cancer, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, and, oh my goodness, and Leo. That is everything that we got for you guys. So again, it was a treat to be able to read for you guys today. My Etsy shop is linked in the description if you want to get your own private tarot reading, but that is what I have for you today, okay? Everything about your soulmate. And yeah, you guys, that was your reading. I will talk to you later. All right, if you chose group 2 with the Amethyst and the Crystal Visions Tarot, this is your soulmate reading, getting into all the details we can possibly get. their eye color, their style, what they're like, the energy they embody, skin tone, hair, what the relationship is gonna be like, advice from the universe, initials, zodiac, like literally everything. Let's just start with that. We'll get into their eye color and their style. And we'll just keep going and going and going. All right, so first for style, we have hipster style. Modern style. So they like to look cool for the most part. A little bit of a hipster style, more of a unique style, but they like to keep it modern. I feel like this person likes to keep it chic. They may be like detail oriented. Oh, we got retro style. Sometimes they like to throw it back a bit. And then we have trendy style. Yep, exactly what I was anticipating. They like to keep up with the trends. They like to look nice, but I feel like they keep it simple and clean to some degree. For eye color, we got dark green eyes. We got light green eyes, okay. A lot of green eye energy so far. We got dark brown eyes. We got dark blue eyes. And then last but not least, your soulmate has, ooh, gray eyes. Those are super rare. I feel like only, what is it, like 3% of the population have gray eyes? I don't know exactly, but I know green eyes are rare and gray eyes are rare as well. So now we're gonna tap into their energy, what they're like, the energy they embody, just more details about them, your soulmate. Ooh. Did one of these cards flip? Ooh, a couple cards flipped. This one was flipped. Ooh, we got the unknown card that was flipped. I did not notice all of these flipped. Any other? Nope, those were the only ones. So, your person is very much so a wild card. I mean, seriously, the Crystal Visions card is one of the few tarot decks that have like an unknown card or a wild card. And it came out for your reading, which it doesn't come out very much, surprisingly. But this person, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune and the unknown is a very powerful combination. Truly a wild card, truly someone with a lot of spunk, a lot of personality. And I feel like, you know, their mood will determine what they're really like. For the most part, we have Page of Swords. So honestly, tapping into their energy, their flirting style, they may like to roast you a little bit, because when you come out as a Page of Swords, that's someone that can lean towards a little bit immature. This person also may be sensitive, because Page of Swords, you know, is all about communication, but also about how you go for the things that you want, how you reach completion, how you handle problems, that kind of thing. And the fact that they're coming out in Page of Swords energy lets me know that they may pick on you a little bit, but they may get, you know, they may feel away by things that they, you know, shouldn't feel a way about, you know. All feelings and emotions are valid, but this person, they may get upset by the tone you use when you say something, or, you know, when you said something, how you say something, that kind of thing. Like, they're just maybe a little bit on the sensitive side. So that's something you're going to want to be mindful of with this person. But Knight of Wands is pretty good energy. That lets me know that they're passionate. They go for what they want. And like I said, maybe a little sensitive. I mean, we got the Page of Cups that came out too. Yeah, they're leaning more on the sensitive side. They got some growing to do. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the King of Wands in reverse. So they definitely got a bit of growing to do still. They're showing up as the Page of Cups. But the thing about the Page of Cups is, honestly, that is someone who hasn't really had a super bad heartbreak before. And with this person, I don't feel that it's literally they've never gone through heartbreak. I feel like the way that they process things and take things is so unique. So the things, like, if you say something, you know, hurtful to this person, it may fly straight over their head. Honestly, they may not even take it offensively because they're just, maybe they lean a little bit towards the aloof or naive side. But, you know, something that you just joke about, like, they may really take seriously and be like, you know, that's not funny, that hurt my feelings, you know what I mean? So I just feel like this person is very unique, definitely a free thinker. They may be an only child. I feel like they've had the freedom to really grow and develop into who they are. We have the Lovers in reverse and the Temperance card in reverse. So they don't have a very traditional view of relationships. They may feel that, I don't know. We got to get more cards because I don't want to assume what their unique view is off of just the fact that I can see that they have a unique view. So I'll pull out more cards before I say how this manifests. But the Lovers in reverse and Temperance in reverse, you know, like for an example, people may think, oh, you're supposed to start slow in relationships, build a friendship first. This person may think, nope, you're going to have to be vulnerable regardless to be in a relationship. Let's give it all right up front. You know, it's definitely an innocent until proven guilty type of person versus I'm going to be more suspicious of you and hold myself back before I really get to know you. They may just be like, I'm going to have to be vulnerable anyway. Let's go. Let's do it. We're here for a reason. Let's just do it. You know what I mean? Whereas, you know, people who have learned that, okay, maybe that's not the best way you should go about things, they'll be more reserved. They'll really take their time. They'll challenge themselves to slow down. Your soulmate, they have a unique perspective for sure. Oh, we got the Emperor and the Four of Swords. So they can be a bit philosophical, deep conversations. They like to have deep philosophical conversations. The Four of Swords is someone who has done a lot of thinking. So, you know, honestly, what I think this person is an alchemist. They're an alchemist because the Four of Swords and the Emperor, it takes genuine growth and thought and abstract thinking to get here. You're not going to get here being super naive, someone who's never been through everything. So I think that's actually what this energy is trying to tell us. It's not that, you know, this person hasn't been through a heartbreak. It's that they've truly transmuted it. And that is what alchemy is all about. The Complete Idiot's Guide to Alchemy on Amazon is an amazing book. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it in bookstores too, but an amazing book if you're starting a spiritual journey, by the way, and you don't know where to start. I'm telling you, that book will give you like a great foundation to branch out. So definitely recommend it. But yeah, you guys, like, you know, tapping into this person's energy, it's actually looking like this is really what it is. Four of Swords is someone who thinks a lot, very philosophical, and they may have the perspective like, sure, oh wow, we got the World card at the bottom of the deck. So the underlying energy is this person has been through a lot more than you would perceive. When you meet them, you may read them totally incorrectly. Like I kind of feel like, you know, before I was getting more of an energy of, oh, this person, you know, Page of Swords, Page of Cups, they haven't been through very much. But no, it's like they've cleaned the slate and they've wiped it completely clean. Alchemy, everything that they've been through, they've organized and they've put it to rest, put it to bed, and they're truly ready to move on. It's like they're starting off completely new. They're like, okay, I'm ready for my next learning lesson. There's someone who's open, you know, open to learn. And that's very unique because a lot of people, honestly, once you learn those like tough lessons, you're like, listen, universe, you're gonna have to give me something sweet and something nice to mull over because I can't go through another one of those. Okay, let's see. Page of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Swords. This person is very humble. I do feel they come from very humble beginnings. I don't feel like they come from money. I mean, we also have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse. So when it comes to money, honestly, this person may hate money. They may want to live like a more of a spiritual lifestyle, like, you know, living off the land in Costa Rica, living in more of a communal type of way where you have something that you can give to kind of like, they'd rather live in a barter type society. I really don't feel like this person is materialistic. They don't really like money. Their view on money is leaning towards negative, to be honest. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, because their family didn't have very much money, or perhaps their family did have money and they saw how it absolutely, you know, tore the family apart. And oh my goodness, like when there's a passing in the family and it's someone who has a lot of money, that's when you really see the teeth and just the dark, ugh, you know what I mean? everyone trying to fight for that money. Oh, I deserve more. I only got, 1 million. They got 2.5. You know what I mean? Even though that's plenty to live off of. So Three of Pentacles in reverse. This person doesn't do a lot of money manifesting. Three of Pentacles is all about really kind of working with the universe and manifesting what you want. So I feel like this person is an alchemist. Wow, I love it. An alchemist in the sense that they can create something out of nothing. They can, provide themselves with enough to live, or they can live a lifestyle that's, going against the grain of what society embodies. And because of that, they are abundant. I freaking love it. Because here's the thing, when you're, the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, even though you're someone with a full heart and plenty of love to give, you're also someone who naturally attracts. I don't chase, I attract money, resources, through connections, through karma, playing out in your favor, that kind of thing. So they still have money. They have enough to take care of themselves. They're abundant, but they are not on a paper chase. They don't chase money. They're not super materialistic. That's just not how they are. 10 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. Someone okay, I'm getting a lot of fire energy because we had the Knight of Wands that came out before. Now we got the 10 of Wands. So they've learned a lot of lessons. They've been through a lot of life. I do feel like this person is mature, but you would think that someone who's gone through as much as they have would be, it's hard to explain this person's energy. They really are an enigma. I don't know, you guys will see, because it's just like, it's hard to explain it just because it's not that they're super serious, but they've built such a solid foundation and they have this grit to them. So it's kind of hard to explain this energy. 7 of Wands, they're willing to go for what they want, very passionate, I love it. The romance with you guys is going to be off the charts. I'm telling you, the physical connection with you guys is going to be real nice. They're going to take care of you first every time. That's just the way they are. That's the way that they feel it should be. Ooh, I love this person's energy. Okay, let's keep going. Let's get into their hair and their skin tone. Let's put one more. All right, so for skin tone, we have suntan skin, slightly tanned skin. This person may live somewhere tropical or somewhere that gets a lot of sun. We have medium brown skin, and then pale skin. So that's a stark contrast. But I like to give options so everyone is not going to look exactly the same in every pile. Extra curly hair for hair. We got curly hair, so someone who has more curly coily hair, extra curly hair, and then someone who has more a little bit looser of a curl pattern there. We have dyed hair colors. Not surprised. This person, like I said, is a wild card. Like, this person is most likely to come to, like, you work with them, they come to work, next thing you know they got dyed hair, next thing you know they got, they shave the sides of their hair off. Like, this person is a bit of a wild card in that way. And then we got short hair. So that's what we got for hair. Okay, let's get into what the relationship will be like. I'm gonna pull from this deck, surprise. Okay, all right. I got a lot of options here, so sometimes it's hard to choose. What will the relationship be like for pile 2 and their person? What is the dynamic of the relationship? Okay, we got one that flipped. We got inner peace. Wow. So it's going to feel good to be with this person. So if you're someone who wants, like, more of a laid back relationship, you don't want a bunch of stress, you don't want to feel like your person is different from day to day. I feel like they're different as far as what they're focused on, what they're, I don't know. I just feel like, maybe one day they're working on projects at home, whereas the next day they want to go out and, they want to go to the bar or they want to see a movie. Like, they're very much, they don't have really a routine. But I do see that, You're going to find a lot of inner peace. And then we have relaxation. Wow. So you remember when I was saying before, like this person would be most likely to live somewhere off of, like in Costa Rica, and have like a trade, you know what I mean, that they do, like, you know, they know how to grow crops, and that's what they use to, you know, barter in that way, you know. You need some plumbing work, they sell the local plumber some, you know, some potatoes and vegetables. Like that's how they do. You guys may seriously end up living a life that is completely outside of the matrix, you know, living, I don't want to say off the land per se, that's just more of a saying, but seriously, like a more laid back life, not really on social media. This person, I don't feel like really cares about social media. Like someone who's just, they may, you know, post on social media for the aesthetic of it all, but are they like interacting, and are they, no, you know what I mean? Are they super into it? I don't feel so. We got protection and stillness. So this person is going to protect you. This person is going to give you a sense of security for sure. Stillness, it's like, even though they're changing from day to day and constantly recreating themselves, that's not something that's going to bleed over into your relationship. They know what they want as far as relationships, you know? They allow their relationships and their partners to just be who they are. So with the stillness card, it's like if you were dealing with someone who, you know, in the past, one day they were this way, the next day they didn't want anything to do with the relationship. This person is not like that, thank God. They're not like that in the least bit. They're going to allow you to really lean on them and the relationship. They're very protective of you physically. I feel like they're like, you can wear whatever you want, I can fight. Or, you know, someone who's just very emotionally protective, you know, they're very protective over you, but not to the point where it's, you know, makes you feel smothered or makes you feel like you can't do anything, like you can't be yourself. It's not overbearing. It's just right. It's just right. Oh, we got creator fire. So more of what the relationship will be like. What is the relationship going to be like for group 2? Good googly moogly. Let's see. Wow. Okay. So here's 2 things that I'm getting. First of all, we're getting a little bit into the advice with this one. Make a mission statement for your soul is what that card says. So the universe is really telling you to decide who you are and stick to that. Being your most authentic self is what's going to attract this person. This isn't someone you have to pretend to be cool with, you know, you have to do the 2 and 4 thing with. They don't need all of that. So make a mission statement for your soul. Decide who you are before you get connected with the soulmate, like right now. And stick to that and really double down on that. And then we have your past supports your future. So everything that you've learned in the past is going to help you with this relationship. Here's the creator fire card if you just want to see that up close that fell out before. I feel like this person may be a fire sign. Of course, we'll get into the zodiacs as well. But yeah, creator fire is all about phoenix energy. That's all about rebirth. That's all about, like, you know, rising from the ashes. So this person is very much so a fire. Ooh, we got creator earth too, which is bringing in that stability energy. This could also be vice versa. You could be creator fire, phoenix energy, and both of you may embody that. Or, you know, you could be creator earth sign, you know, have a lot of earth placements. We have the edge of evolution feels messy. So again, getting a little bit in the advice section that I was going to do separately, but make a mission statement for your soul. The edge of evolution feels messy. That's like the universe kind of telling you, like, I know that it's scary to commit to who you are, especially living in a society that wants you to commit to whatever is going to support someone else's dream. But this is your life and you deserve to get everything that you want out of it. So this is the time. This is the time. We got unstick the stuck. I feel like you've already tried to, oh my God, I didn't even realize we had that before. We got creator alchemy. I said that this person was a freaking alchemist like 5 times in the beginning of your spread. Big alchemy energy, and I'm so grateful we got that confirmation. Oh my God, this person is really gonna help you. you know, become somewhat of an alchemist yourself. But yeah, we got unstick the stuck. So the universe is telling you to start to, you know, really commit to who you truly are now. And oh my God, I love it, I love it, I love it. We got the good kind, you know? Fill the first word in whatever way you like. Surprises, the good kind. Love, the good kind. Relationship, the good kind of a relationship. Not toxic, you know, communication, the good kind. Oh my goodness, I freaking love your spread. I love your spread. Okay, let's keep going. I love it. Let's tap into what they like about you. What does your soulmate like about you? We got your honesty. So you're someone who's willing to be honest, like, you know, babe, I don't think it's a good time for that. I don't think we should do that. You know, me personally, I'm this way too. Like, I always have these otherworldly, crazy ideas. And I love when you can have someone by your side that's just an anchor, that can be honest. Not a yes man that's going to tell you, yeah, let's do it, and then lead the relationship off a cliff, you know, but someone who can be like, I honestly don't think that's the best idea, or I don't think this is the best time. They love how honest you are with them, especially since there's someone who's an alchemist and they truly believe in their soul and their spirit. They can create a way out of no way. They can create something out of nothing. Like, this is someone who really needs an anchor. We have your sensitivity. They love that you're sensitive. They love that you are tapped in. They're not going to be afraid if you cry. They're not going to be afraid if you get, you know, upset. They want you to express yourself. They love your sensitivity. And then we have, you know how to play the game. So you know how to get them to listen. You know how to attract them. You know how to get them to do something that you want. You know how to play the game, and they love that. And then we have, you're an independent thinker. Oh my goodness, you're perfect. You're perfect. I mean, it makes sense. We're doing a soulmate reading, but seriously, you're perfect, because with a person like this, who is very much so a free thinker themselves, and that may be something like you've been struggling with, which is why the universe came in with all this advice before we even got to that part, you know? You may be struggling with being the most authentic version of yourself and being a free thinker. You may be trying to market yourself as, you know, someone who's wife or husband or lifetime partner material, because that's what you're ready for and that's what you want. But you got to put your most authentic foot forward, because trust, there are people that want the same thing as you do that are unconventional. You know what I mean? So be who you really are. And someone like this, honestly, I feel like they can see through the BS. I feel like they can see through the illusions. When you try to put up, oh, I'm this kind of person, oh, I'm so dainty, when you're really a freaking warrior, when you really love competition, or, you know, when you put up this, you know, perspective, oh, I'm so badass, like I'm so edgy. They can see through it. They're like, you buttercup. They flip you around, pin you up against the wall, and they're like, what was that? I'm getting a lot of sacral energy with your pile, so a lot of fire energy. So let's get into the advice. I know some cards already started to come out about that, but let's round off the advice, and then we'll get into their zodiac sign and their initials. This one wanted to jump out. I've never really used this deck, so it's still a little sticky. Get some more advice. First, we have cherishing self that came out. So I love when spreads are like this, when everything is in alignment. Oh my God, didn't we? Oh, this is crazy. You guys, we got stepping into stillness, and then we got the stillness card that came out earlier in your spread. I'm telling you, everything is so in alignment. I love when spreads are like this, because it lets me know that my intuition is in check. I'm reading things correctly, and we're all on the same page. My guides, the universe, you guys, me, we're all one. Stepping into stillness. My power is born in the majesty of silence, is what it says. It has little affirmations at the bottom of these cards, but really the stillness card is about living life differently. I feel like you're working and doing what you can, or you're just ready for it, honestly. You know, a lot of you do have like that commitment to self that, you know, still needs to kind of happen here, but some of you guys just know what you're ready for, and it's not like you have all these hurdles to jump over as far as like your self concept. But I do get an energy where you guys, group 2, you may have gone through like a toxic relationship in the past, where it was like, if things got bored, maybe you would cause problems, or if things got, you know, slow or boring, your person would cause problems. You can't just sit. Oh, you guys, I love to sit in silence, I really do, but it's like, you always felt the need to entertain your partner, or they're always, you know, you didn't want to lose them, so maybe things had to be fun or cool, or maybe that's just the version of yourself you feel like you have to be. Oh, I gotta be a hot girl, gotta be a hot boy, you know what I mean? I gotta be in the streets, take his money, take her, you know, get her up under the sheets, like, and it's just like, man, you don't want that, perhaps, or maybe you do, but you're ready for something serious at the same time. So you're having trouble, you know, with your self-concept, because if you do like things to be wild and crazy, but at the same time you're ready to be a wife or a husband, you may be struggling with, so I just have to change who I am because I love adventures, you know, I just getting comfortable with stillness, dependability, you know, a relationship you can depend on, you can trust, you know, someone you can trust. I feel you moving into that space, but there's some struggle there. So as far as advice, the universe is telling you to keep going. You're on the right path. Getting more and more comfortable with that is the right direction. And then we have cherishing self and mending bridges. I can't tell from where I am if this is focusing. I'm so sorry if anything does not focus during the reading. I can't really see from where I am. Mending bridges, I heal rifts, I am a mender. So this person is going to bridge the older version of yourself to the newest version of yourself. And then of course we had cherishing self that came out before. We already talked about that. Any other advice before we, okay, didn't even get it out. Love it. Last few bits of advice. Oh, this is something to look forward to, you guys. We got embracing the future and exceeding expectations. So the universe is saying this is going to be a lot better than you even anticipate or you even think. Embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart and exceeding expectations. The universe is like, yeah, you think you're ready, but you don't even know. You don't even know. Hold the freaking phone. This is going to be so good. I soar into excellence is what it says at the bottom of this card. You're so deserving. You're so worthy. You deserve this. And this was always supposed to happen. So all right, let's get into their initials, and then we're getting into their zodiac as well. All right, so for initials, we have an F, O, P, another O, 2 A's, N, W, S. We got an I here, another S, an R, a D, a U, an N, and the last one is another S. Okay, let's get into their zodiac. Let's get one more. All right, we got Leo. We got, y'all know the struggle with nails, okay? Do not make fun of me in the comments. We got Virgo. I'm like struggling to pick these up. We got Aquarius, Sagittarius, and what's the last one? Gemini. Ooh. Those are the zodiac signs for your person, or the heavy placements that they will have in their chart, you guys. Again, I am so grateful that I got to do this reading, help you out today, tap into your person's energy. As always, my Etsy shop is linked in the description if you would like your own private tarot reading. But that is what I have for you guys today. Thankful I got to read for you, and I will talk to you later. All right, pile 3 with the Santa Muerte Tarot and the Tiger's Eye Argan Point. If you chose these two, this is your soulmate reading. We're gonna get into everything about them that we could possibly get. Their eye color, their style, what their energy is like, what energies they embody, what the relationship will be like, what they like about you, zodiac initials, like seriously, everything. So let's just jump right in, okay? Let's get some information. Let's start with their eyes and their style, kind of get an energy off of them. Okay, oh, one more came out for style, out of frame. We got modern style, so they like to keep up with the times. Immediately I'm getting a simple energy with this person, but we'll see. We got trendy style, so they like to look good. They like to kind of like keep up a universally attractive kind of look to them. Come on. Oh my goodness. We got hipster style. So yeah, they like to look chic. They like to look nice. I get a dapper energy off of this person. We got small chic details. Exactly the vibe with them. Detail oriented. They like to keep it sleek. I feel like they have like more of a timeless style, even though it says like trendy style, you know, trends go in and out. But I feel like they have these like statement pieces or these pieces in their wardrobe that kind of like look good always, you know. And then we have cute style, so pins, cutesy, cheeky details. All right, cool. Let's get into your soulmate's eyes. What do we got going with them? We have green eyes. Your soulmate's eyes. We have blue eyes. What else do we have for eye color? We've got black eyes, so kind of like a really dark brown to the point where it's like you can see the universe in their eyes. We have gray eyes. And then last but not least for eyes, we have hazel eyes. A lot of different variations with this one. Okay, let's get into what they're like, the energy they embody from the Santa Muerte tarot deck. I'm not going to take those. They fell out. They didn't come out on their own. What energy do they embody? So first we got the Four of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Wands. Ooh, this is someone who gives off a by the book type of energy. Four of Wands is marriage energy. Four of Wands is soulmate energy. Four of Wands is someone who like falls into a relationship and they know that it's what they want. Your person, your soulmate is more logical based. They're like, do we make sense together? You know what I mean? If they're 50 years old, they're not going to be looking at you if you're 20, even if they feel attracted to you. They're like, are our lives truly going in the same direction? Not can we make it work? Of course, we're humans. You're always going to resonate to other humans. You're always going to see, you know, the good in them, but they're looking at this in a very logical way. Do we want the same things? Are we going in the right direction? You know? And I feel like they're very logical in their their argument style too. Like, you know, they go with the facts. They don't go with, you know, well, you made me feel this way, so I'm mad at you. They're more like, well, I shouldn't have said that, so I understand why you're upset. You know, like very logical in that way. We got the High Priestess. Ooh. So they may be spiritual in their own right. I feel like they have their own path, but they don't like to share it for whatever reason. We got the Four of Swords, which is good because that lets me know that they're not hanging on to any past trauma, hanging on to any old relationships. They've pretty much put the nail in the coffin. They put it to bed. High Priestess, they very much so learned through the relationships that they've been in, the things that they've experienced, have made them connect more to themselves. I feel like this person, they've always been that way. Like it's giving heavy air sign placements, you know, more analytical, logical, that kind of, you know, very left brain with this person, but they've learned through experience how to tap into their inner High Priestess, how to tap into their inner intuition, you know. And I feel like, again, it was a learning experience. That's not something that they were kind of born with. They weren't born, you know, super spiritual, but they've learned to be spiritual because it serves them better. So even the reasons that they're spiritual is not because you know, life led me down a spiritual path. It's like I have to be connected to my spirituality in order to be successful. So this person, very logical. Let's see. What is their person like? What energy does group three's person embody? Yeah, we got the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Wands in reverse. They don't argue. They don't pick arguments. You know, they're very much so, if it matters, that's when I give my energy and attention into. When it really, really matters, I will come for you. I will give you a speech, but I'm not going to baby you. And I'm not going to tell you that, you know, everything's going to be okay if there's a clear problem here. They're very action oriented, very solution oriented. This person, you know, they're the kind of person, you know, especially with that High Priestess, they've learned not to be so cut and dry in their communication though, specifically. So they'll be the type of person that will really ask you, do you want me to comfort you right now, or do you want me to give you solutions? You know, when you're telling them a story or telling them how you feel or telling them about something that bothers you, they're going to ask you, like, do you want me to be comforted? What do you need from me in this moment? You know what I mean? Because they're naturally more solution based. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. Sorry if it's shaking. We have the Justice card and the 9 of Wands. Justice card is Libra energy, so more of that air sign energy, but we got the King of Wands, which is fire sign energy. So this person is very much so determined and passionate. This person has a big boy, big girl job for sure. Like, this person makes a good amount of money. They want, I feel like they have a nice house. Depending on when you meet them, especially if you're like on the younger side, you know, like for the really good jobs, typically it takes like, you know, more schooling. So when you meet them, you know, they may be at a earlier point in their career or in their life, but you guys are going to have a very, 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 very stable life together, because this person, they want the nice house, they want the nice car, not so they can flash and flex on everyone, but because they deserve it. And they value, you know, they value material in the sense that they like to earn things and see them. They like to earn things and see them. Justice, I feel like this person is very, very fair. So, and don't you worry, we're going to get into what the relationship will be like. If you want someone like super emotional, we'll see how they're going to treat you. A lot of people are like this, and they're like this in business, you know, they're like this with, you know, like, you know, as far as like their boundaries, friendships, family. If you're trying to cross a line that you should not cross, if you're trying to make them your personal, like, you know, therapist or something like that, they may give you some pushback. They have boundaries, but when it comes to like, you know, oh goodness, we got the Tower card. When it comes to, you know, being emotional, like I said, when it counts, they have no issue with it. So I do feel like this person has a good balance, but as far as their personal disposition, how they usually are, honestly, they're more cut and dry, a bit hard on themselves, very goal oriented, very determined. King of Wands and the Knight of Wands now. So they're not afraid of new beginnings. They're not afraid of compromise. But the Tower, this person is going to be very different. And we have the Moon here. So the universe, well, at the bottom of the deck, first of all, we got the 7 of Swords. So the universe is telling you, don't give up. You may be ready to just, you know what, I'm just gonna be with that ex that I'm totally not in alignment with, don't even want, but I want to be in a relationship. The universe is telling you not to give up hope. But we have the Knight of Wands and the Moon in reverse. You're not going to see this person coming, first of all. But second of all, the universe knows that this is what you need. This is exactly the person that's going to help you grow, exactly the person that's going to show you real love, balanced love, you know, not just someone who's looking for a void filler. Ooh, you're willing to love me now? Okay, let's fall in, and then let's realize that we don't have very much in common and fall out. You know what I mean? They're logical, but they proceed, you know, they're not afraid. A lot of people too, like, are afraid to fall in. It's like a competition. Who can carry the least these days? And this person is not like that. If things make sense with you guys, they will proceed. And also, they will date you, show you you like them, because they know that that's important. You know, so it's like, it may seem like a little bit of a colder energy, but at the same time, it's, this person is dependable. And also, like, they will court you. They will court you. They're not gonna, you know, give you the short end of the stick to create some sort of dynamic where, you know, you're always trying to get more from them. They will give you what they know you deserve. So, oof, I love it. All right, let's keep going. Let's jump back into what they look like though, real quick, and then we'll see what the relationship's gonna be like. Their skin tone and their hair next. All right, so for skin tone, we have brown skin, light brown skin, smooth skin, so very smooth skin, like their skin looks very good, not very much acne. Like, how does it feel to be God's favorite? They're just... And then we have suntan skin, so they may live somewhere warmer that causes them to be suntan. And then we have straight hair for their hair. Straight hair so far. Frequently changes their hair. Doesn't surprise me. We got, what did we get? Did we get hipster or did we get like modern before? We got trendy style and then I think we got modern. Yeah, we got modern. So that doesn't surprise me. They change up their hair quite a bit. We got curly hair. And then last but not least, dun, 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 we have messy hair. All right, cool. Let's get into what the relationship is gonna be like. What will your relationship be like with your soulmate? What will their relationship be like? Okay, one of these cards, a couple of them flipped. Ooh, we got all that glitters and happy. This relationship is going to be a challenge. Honestly, I was very nervous to get to this point in your reading because the way this person's energy, it comes off a little cold, but they're soft for you, okay? I'm telling you, this person is balanced. They're going to give you what you really need. We have happy, and all that glitters. You're realizing that, you know, perhaps the connections that you want to start a different way don't end how you want them to, though. You know, I do feel like you're learning, and with that moon in reverse and the tower, the universe is being a little like, the universe really has a hand on this group. Tiger's Eye group 3, the universe has a lot of involvement here in the sense that you're being given the person you need versus the person you may want. Now, don't get me wrong, this person, they have a very attractive energy. And the people who embody that, you know, daddy energy or that dark feminine energy are always super attractive, you know? Think Angelina Jolie, or think like, who's another dark feminine? You guys are probably thinking of a bunch of people. Like there's so many people, you know, like that mystery character, that person that isn't super warm. Like think Edward Cullen in Twilight. It's one of my favorite movies, so I always got to throw a Twilight reference in. I really do. It did something to me in my early teens. It really did. But anyways, you know, that person that always embodies that darker energy that doesn't give you exactly what you want, they have this way of drawing you in energetically and physically, you know? So tapping into your person's energy, we have the All That Glitters card. You know, you may be like a little turned off that this person isn't super warm, like telling you everything you want to hear, BSing you in the beginning, you know, whispering sweet nothings, but you can trust that when this person tells you something, it's real and it's true, and they're not just trying to, you know, get in your pants or get something that they want out of you. You're going to be happy in this relationship. So I'm so glad we got that, because I didn't know what way this was going to go. At the bottom of the deck, we have a change in the wind. So yes, this person is going to be very much so different than what you're used to, but different good. Definitely different good. Different in a good way. I don't really want to take... These three kind of fell out. We got soulmates, clean it up, and here and now. So I feel like this person is showing you what true love really looks like, and cleaning up your idea of the start, specifically the way that relationships start for you. And then of course we got a soulmate card. Not surprised, this is a soulmate reading. So that's the confirmation. Like the universe is giving you the can't even get it out. The confirmation, like, no, proceed, keep going, keep getting to know them, you know, keep pushing yourself. This is your soulmate. This is your soulmate. This is your soulmate. Even though it seems, you know, like you know, you may have this idea, if someone is truly my soulmate, I'm gonna know right away. Immediately, we're both gonna be wanting to jump straight into the relationship. And next thing you know, that's a karmic. Next thing you know, that's a one-night stand. You know what I mean? And people experience that all the time. Like, it's so crazy how you can have a crazy good connection with someone one night, and then you go to reach out to them like the next day or the next week, whatever, and it's like silence or just like a different vibe. Like, is this even the same person from, you know, that I was talking to before? So we have the here and now card that came out for you. The universe is telling you to live in the moment. We have milk and honey. You know, you guys are going to get along. You guys are going to like each other. But I keep getting that energy, you guys. This person is very different. This relationship is going to be very different from what you're used to. But somehow it works. So milk and honey, love it. We have the peace card. So I feel like, ooh, peace and treasure island. Yeah, this is giving me true love energy. I feel like once you get past, you know, the expectations of how a relationship should be or what you typically gravitate towards, once you kind of let your own walls down and you allow yourself to just be here and now, you know, right in the moment, I feel like that's when the relationship will get really good, because you won't be trying to attach this, you know, these ideals onto it. You'll just surrender to what it is and just enjoy it. And this could also be vice versa. By the way, energy is fluid in tarot readings. So if you ever get a reading and it's like, it seems like you describe me to a T, if you guys can both have that energy, or if we could be picking up on your energy, like when you pick the piles, you could pick the one that resonated the most, like with who you are versus like, you know, the other person. So make sure you really tap in. But we have unfinished symphony. So I do feel a little bit of relationship drama with that. In the sense that you may have an ex that you always lean on that may be really toxic, and they may have already ruined a relationship for you in the past. Your person, honestly, if this is someone who feels like, listen, your person, they will cut them off. Like, you don't even have to worry about it. If this is on their end, it's going to be very much so one and done. Like, and the thing about them that I love is they're a communicator. So they're not gonna like allow themselves to get that stroke of the ego, you know, that ego boost of having someone still wanting them and moving on and living their life. They will communicate, oh, you still want me? Well, I'm with someone else now and I'm in love with them. Just straight up. Just like straight up. You know what I mean? Like, so if this is on their energy, like, poor person, seriously. But I feel like this may be your energy. I would do a cord cutting ritual. You can find them on YouTube, how to do it. I would do a cord cutting ritual. If you don't know who this person is, or if you do, even better, just to get this person's energy off of you, because they're going to try to step into this relationship either because they've always been able to step into your life whenever you have something going on. Unfinished symphony is like a third party energy coming in here. And this relationship, it's going to be challenging for you to fully close this cycle when you also get like an energy with them where it's like, well, this isn't exactly what I thought I wanted though. You know what I mean? And this relationship is really going to grow on you. So I would do the cord cutting as soon as possible, just so maybe you can block this energy before it even comes through. But hold on, is this from their style or is this? No, this is their style. Okay, so now we're gonna get into what they like about you. What do they like about you? Your soulmate likes your light-hearted energy. So they like that you're a bit bubbly, optimistic, you know, kind of cool, calm, and collected energy I get from you. Your eyes, you may have like really striking eyes, foxy eyes, you know, big, beautiful brown eyes. Something about your eyes just draws them in and honestly can make them do anything. We have your honesty. They love that you can be honest with them. They love that you can be real with them. We have your vulnerability. They love that you have the ability to kind of just strip down and be honest and be open when, you know, they need it the most. We have your playful demeanor. So you may tease them a little bit, you know, you're playful. I feel like you guys are a good, you know what? And that's funny because it's like, it's literally giving me like that Christian Grey energy, you know, 50 Shades of Grey energy, where Anastasia is a bit more, you know, playful. She, like, if you know the movie, like that part where she's like, it was nice knowing you, and then he shows up out of her apartment, like out of the blue, like that type of energy, like, nice knowing me. You know, they like that you're a bit playful and you're different than them. And, you know, it's just like, instead of fighting it, just lean into it, because yes, you're different. But they love what makes you different. They really do. They love the things that make you guys different, and you live your truth. You're not going to try to, you know, search up on the stock market and get into, you know, Forex and whatever, just because they're a finance person or they're into it. You know, allow that space to have that Elon Musk Grimes relationship. Like, Grimes, honestly, who even saw that coming? Girl, the girls were so confused when that relationship happened, but it somehow works, you know? So be open to whatever way it works, and instead of trying to say, oh, I need to be like this because they're like this, or that must be what they like, just be yourself. They really do like you for who you are. All right, so let's move into, ooh, the cards fell out right away. We're gonna get into the advice from the universe, and then we'll get into their zodiac sign and initials. But this is what the universe has to say about this relationship. So first of all, we have communicating freely. The bottom of these cards have little affirmations on them. This one says, I communicate from the depths of my being. So the universe is encouraging you to communicate. The universe is encouraging you to be honest. Communicate with yourself as well. Also other people. You know, if you like to have a lot of attention, if you like to feel desired, the way to get that isn't to allow a third party to come in and ruin this relationship that could potentially have a lot of stability. Like, this person, honestly, I feel like this person would marry you, your soulmate. I do. You know, if they see that, you know, this is the person for me, they're not going to have any issue doing that. They're really not. And then we have revealing radiance, which is so interesting because the universe is doubling back on that concept of being open to who this person is and how this relationship will kind of slowly unfold. You're not going to get everything about this person right away. You know, there's things that come in time, and also things that that come like as you reach milestones. Like, I'm close to this married couple, and they just reached their 2-year mark. But I was out to dinner with them the other day, and the husband was telling me, like, there are things that she didn't pull out, because they like to give me advice because I'm still single. I'm at the age where my friends are getting married. It's insane. But anyways, you know, he's like, there's things that, you know, she didn't do in the bedroom until 1 year. And she kind of slapped his arm, and she's like, okay, babe, you're doing too much. You're talking too much. I'm like, bestie, what do you mean? Give me the tea. Like, I need to know. But basically what he was, you know, saying is that she didn't give me all of her right away. She didn't have doubts that, you know, I was the person, you know, that she would end up with. She didn't give me everything that I wanted right away. She made me earn it. Once we hit that 1-year mark, after we were married, she started to pull out, you know, the latex and the whips and all of that. And if, you know, that's just what you're into, that's like a whole other thing, you know, so you're going to pull that out if that's your, you know, if you have kinks. But I just say all that to say, like, you're going to reveal radiance. You know, this relationship is going to, it's like everything is dark, and you see a small ball of light, and it just grows and grows and grows until the whole room is lit up. That's the energy with this person. It's not going to be like, wow, blast of light right away, blast of love and everything you've always ever wanted. It's going to grow, and the universe wants you to be open to it. My light illuminates the world. You'll also reveal parts of yourself that, you know, maybe you didn't even know was there as well. And then we have savoring pleasure that came out. This one says, I fully embrace bliss in my life. So allowing yourself to be happy. You know what? I have a sad playlist for optimal sadness. Like, when I really want to cry, I'll put on this Spotify playlist, and it's like my super depressing indie song playlist, and it just helps me get it out. But I used to listen to this playlist every single day, and I had a very moody, sad girl, you know, that Tumblr, Lana Del Rey, like, aesthetic. I was up in there. all in the mix. Band of Horses, okay. Sufjan Stevens, if you know these indie artists, like, it was very moody, it was very dark, it was very very angsty. But I had noticed that I was addicted to sadness, and I hope you guys don't mind. I like to use personal examples. That's just how I read, so you can really understand and kind of apply this to your life. But listening to that playlist every day, it made me see the world differently, truly. And you know, music is honestly its own that's its own conversation, you know, the power of music. But the point is, you may be addicted to sadness or toxicity to some degree, and this person is going to allow you to be happy and show you that, you know, all relationships aren't, you know, exciting just when there's drama. You know, that's not the only time I'm gonna rip you apart and show you passion. I'll do that, you know, every Friday night, because I'm freaky like that. You know what I mean? You don't have to make me jealous to get that primal energy out of me. You know what I mean? So I feel like this person will help you to, you know, really savor pleasure and happiness. But it's balanced, you know? You don't have to make them upset to get them to see their emotions. All right, T. We got embracing the future and starting fresh. Very much so a different relationship here. And I love this symbology. It's the yin and the yang. It's the darkness of night and it's the light, you know? A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life is what it says at the bottom of that one. At the bottom of embracing the future, it says, I step into the future with an open heart. So the universe is really like, be open to this, because we got the Tower card, okay? So this relationship is going to be uncomfortable, but the Tower really is a good thing. Some people are afraid of the Tower. They see the Tower and they click off the reading immediately. They're like, I don't want it, universe. I don't want it. But just the fact that you guys are still here, I know your heart. I know you're ready. You're so ready for that new beginning. Embrace it. It's going to look very differently than it has in the past. So that's the advice from the universe. Let's get into their initials and their zodiac sign. All right. We have N, O, U, E, another U, H, S, another E. We have A, we have X, we have another A, we have I, we have an N, we have a B, we have an L, we have an F, and, oh, this one's blank. Oh, more of that mystery. What the heck? We have a completely blank one. It doesn't have anything on either side. And then we have an O. So I do feel like a level of mystery and a level of the universe. The universe is really trying to make you fully surrender here. That's something that just keeps coming through. With your reading specifically, it's like the universe wants you to fully, like, the universe is like, nope, 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 nope. Like, you may be a control freak yourself, or someone who always wants to know. Like, you may have tarot cards yourself. You may be a tarot reader yourself. And it's just like, okay, let me let someone else read for me so that my thoughts don't bleed into the reading. So every once in a while you may entertain a reading, but yeah, I feel like some of you guys have cards of your own. Let's get their zodiac. All right, so we have Aries, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Taurus, and, oh my goodness, and Virgo. Those are your zodiac signs. So yeah, group 3, if you want to go further, my Etsy shop is linked below, where, you know, you can get more information, or if you have, you know, separate questions, totally separate from the reading, I'm always here to help. I do offer private tarot readings there, but that was everything that came up about your soulmate, and I will talk to you later. All right, group 4, if you chose the Rose Quartz Point and the Modern Rich Tarot. This is your soulmate reading. We're gonna basically get into any and everything we could possibly get about them, from their eye color to their style, what their energy is like, zodiac sign initials, what they like about you, what the relationship is gonna be like everything, okay? So let's start with what they look like, and then we'll just build and build and build. We got their eye color and their style. Let's get those. All right. So for their eyes, we have brown or black eyes, so very dark eyes right out the gate. Deep brown eyes, so more of a brown eye color coming out. We have a multicolored eye, so that could give you like hazel on the cool, a little bit of some hazel teas. And then we have blue eyes. So got some options for you. Let's get into their style. So for style, we have simple style. This person likes to keep it simplistic, very cute, very clean. Also, I'm smelling a very clean, like, body wash scent. So this person may literally smell very good, very clean, like every time you see them. We have time period based style. This is the only time this one came up and the entire reading today for any of the piles. So they could be into the 90s, they could be into you know, like they could have more of a Y2K style. Like time period based is, you know, now I'm hearing put your head on my shoulder. They may be someone who likes to rock, you know, like a 1950s style. It depends, you'll see. We have modern style as well. So I feel like when they're, for the most part, like when they're in work, when they go to work, they like to kind of keep it more modern and simplistic, but they also have these timepieces on them. Literally, you know, perhaps it's their watch. That's like their watch is vintage, you know, or the jewelry that they wear is vintage. We have casual style. So for the most part, I'm getting a very clean cut. And then we have formal style. Yeah, this person, they like to look nice. They like to look put together. They have a very formal style where it's like they like to look good, and they like to, this person definitely ranges on the more like formal style versus casual, even though we got casual that did come out. I feel like even when they're around the house, they have on, you know, fresh clothes. They don't really do the bummy thing too much. So let's see what energy they embody. Yeah, we got the 9 of Pentacles that came out. So this person likely makes a good amount of money. Let me see if I can get the lights a little more on here. Sorry if the camera's shaking a little bit. We got the 9 of Pentacles. So this person likely makes a lot of money, or they come from money. So they look very nice. No matter what, they always look pretty nice. I thought one of these flipped, but. What energy, goodness gracious, does their person embody? What are they like for group 4? Ooh, this person is a bit of a mystery in the sense. We have the Empress. See, the thing about the Empress is she's not just love and light. She definitely embodies the dark feminine as well, which is why she is the Empress. And typically, the Empress card in tarot decks is pregnant, depicted as a pregnant, someone who's pregnant. So they definitely embody that creation, that dark matter, you know, all of everything. Everything all comes from that dark matter, that feminine energy. And this person definitely embodies that. Wow. The Moon. You're going to have to get to know this person. You may like to look people up online as soon as you meet them. You may like to like figure people out, you know, ask like those probing questions that really give you a good idea of who they are. You may be someone who likes to get like, well, let's get into your birth chart. You know what I mean? Like right away, like what's your zodiac? Oh, I know how you are, you know, that kind of thing, which we'll get into today. We'll get their zodiac sign. But this person, and it's interesting because Two of Swords in reverse came out. So it's not that they try to hide who they are, and it's not like they're intentionally a mystery. Oh, you can't get to know me. You know, I gotta remain low key and laid back. You know, I can't tell you or show you, you know, who I really am. It's not that. It's just like they're truly a mystery. Like they're more mysterious. They're kind of everything, you know. Page of Wands. So when you're meeting them, they're very much so open to a new beginning. I feel like they want a relationship. Page of Swords in reverse. They're not in a rush though. So this can be a little bit of an enigmatic type of energy where it's like they're not in a rush, but they do make it clear, like, I want a relationship, I want to move forward, but I don't know, I don't feel like they're like into the whole kiddish infatuation type of thing where it's like, oh, we're so excited, and it's just like, you know, I don't know. I don't get a toxic energy at all from this person. I don't get an energy of someone who moves faster than they should either, just because they're excited. Like, they're like, okay, you know, very much so clear. I want to move forward. I want a relationship, but also they don't feel a need to rush. Ooh. Okay, so we got a lot of divine feminine energy with this one. We got the Queen of Pentacles coming out. And then we got the Four of Wands. So I definitely feel like this person has a solid foundation. Nine of Pentacles lets me know they've already figured out what their career is. This person is very career oriented. They make good money. They already have, like, I wouldn't be surprised if this person had at least 20,000 already saved up in the bank account. And depending on how young you are, you know, that could be significant for your age bracket. But we have the Four of Wands. So they're looking for their life partner. They're looking for marriage. And I feel like this person wouldn't have an issue getting married young. They already know what they want and what kind of life that they want to live. And they know that marriage is one of the things that they desire. So what is their person like? What energy do they embody? They know what they want. I'm getting very determined and very goal-oriented. We got the Five of Wands in reverse. Five of Pentacles, a big saver. This person is more conservative in their spending. Like, Five of Pentacles is always, it's kind of like an energy of, especially with the Five of Wands in reverse, two fives here as well. So if you've been seeing some 555, you'll likely be meeting this person sooner rather than later. But a Five of Wands in reverse and then the Five of Pentacles, this person always plans for the future. You know, they build a solid foundation. They're like, I want longevity out of this relationship, so I'm going to take things at an appropriate, you know, pace. I don't need a lot of drama. You know, I don't want negative energy, negative attention in the home, in my space, just in general. So this person, and you know, is pretty calm, pretty laid back. And Five of Pentacles, they're always kind of preparing for the worst, or, you know, planning for the future. If someone got, you know, if you or them got sick, they would, goodness gracious, these cards keep flying out like that. If you or them got sick, they want to know that they have enough in the bank account to where you would not have to worry about it. And yeah, look at this. We got Page of Cups in reverse, Ten of Cups. Been there, done that. They're not looking for a connection that's, you know, short. They're looking for marriage. They're looking for marriage. They're looking for their life partner. Ten of Cups, your soulmate is ready for the long haul. That's exactly what they want. They want a long-term connection. They want, you know, forever. So we have the High Priestess, Two of Pentacles, and the Strength card in reverse. Interesting. Why is that Strength card in reverse coming here? High Priestess, a lot of intuitive energy. This person is super tapped into their feminine energy. Strength card in reverse. I almost get an energy where, especially with that Two of Pentacles there, they're totally different with other people than they are with you. With you, they allow their playful side to come out. They're way more sensitive than they would usually be. Like, them in the office, it's funny because if you were to go visit them, like at their job in the office, you know, they may be super serious, you know, people may be a little bit intimidated by them. But with you, it's like when they're home and when they're just with you, your soulmate is way more playful and they let those walls down. They're hard in business, but they're not hard with you. With you, they turn on the soft. They allow themselves to be cutesy. They allow themselves to enjoy. They're a cuddler. They like that. And there's definitely a clear distinction between the version of them that's working and the version of them that's getting money, and the version of them when they're, you know, with the person that they love and they're being soft and they're just allowing themselves to enjoy. I also feel like you're going to introduce them to some things they've never tried before. We got the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, so I feel like, you know, you may not, or sorry, they may not spend a whole lot of money on travel or experiences and things like that. Like, they're more conservative, but you kind of bring them out of their shell. Like, no, this event is really fun. I've been before. Let's go. Let's get tickets. Let's go. Or, you know, let's try all these different foods. I feel like you guys are going to create something together that's going to cause them to spend more than they normally would, or that's going to cause them to spend on something that wasn't in the budget before. I don't see them pinching pennies when it comes to you, though. Now, at the end of the day, they're not going to go crazy and, you know, take you to the Gucci store and allow you to ball out. But when it comes to, like, you know, just experiences and things like that, you're introducing them to new experiences. I feel like you guys are just like a ball of fun. And that may have even been a process for you to get to as a person, like to allow your inner child to really like play. That may have been a process, you know, for you guys in its own right. So let's keep going. Let's get into their hair and their skin tone. All right. Oh, this is 2 in 1. 2 tied together. So for their hair, we have pixie cut or a fade. We have cool hair. So whatever, there's something interesting about their hair. We have straight hair. So that could be like the style, the color, maybe it's unusual. We have braids. And then we have wavy hair. All right, cool. Let's get into their skin tone. We've got slightly tan skin. We have dark brown skin. We've got darker tan skin. Pale skin. And then last but not least, we've got medium brown skin. So this person may, you know, have grown up somewhere tropical, or they may live somewhere that gets a lot of sun. I was getting a lot of brown, tan skin energy. Let's see what the relationship is going to be like. What will Group 4's relationship be like? Ooh, we got deep knowing and why. I just heard why did you choose me? You know? Wow. And this is vice versa energy. You know, you're surprised that they chose you, and they're surprised that you chose them. Both of you mutually see, I mean, what the other one brings to the table. It's so clear. Both of you are like, you have this deep knowing. Oh, now I'm hearing, what's that song called? Oh my goodness. 1,000 years, I'd wait for 1,000 more. I waited 100 for you. I'm hearing that one, and then I think there's a separate song that I was thinking of before, but I'm definitely getting this energy where it's like deep knowing and why. Like, I would wait an eternity to meet you, and I would have been so patient if I knew that this is all that this relationship was going to be, because it's that good. I can hear some of you guys like, okay, vocals. Some of your energy are like, okay. Thank you, thank you. You know, I do like to sing. No. But yeah, tapping into this energy is just like, why did you choose me? You know, they feel very much so blessed and grateful to get your attention, to be in your presence, to have your energy, to experience you. Like it's the best thing, honestly, for them. Oh, now I'm hearing best part. I forget who sings that though. And then we have deep knowing. So both of you know in your soul and your spirit that you were meant to be together, and you're just wildly impressed that both of your paths aligned, that you could be led to each other. Honestly, well, it is a soulmate reading. I was going to say it gives me kind of like twin flame energy. I'm not getting much of that mirror energy though that comes with twin flame. So definitely soulmate energy, very strong energy. And it's like, wow, you know, because the thing is, like, a lot of people, we all have more than one soulmate, I will say that, but a lot of people like miss out on that soulmate love because their soulmate is like taking a path that doesn't lead them together in this lifetime, and it's just like they end up missing out on having that connection. So both of you are in pure shock. We have a change in the wind and unfinished symphony. I feel like this person is kind of making you address some deep wounding. You know, like things that you had been through at an earlier age, you're being able to share that with them. Like any, you know, childhood trauma, any trauma you experienced when you were younger, you're talking that through. And also that those parts of you are being revealed in this relationship, but this person is more than equipped to handle it and to help you through it. They want to talk about it. They're not running away and shying away from, you know, getting deep. But unfinished symphony lets me know that there's some childhood wounds or some relationship trauma that you've experienced that you haven't really talked about, or you haven't really like been able to share with someone, or, you know, there's just these memories I feel that you've ignored, and, you know, these parts of yourself that have never got to flourish. We were getting that playful energy with the Page of Pentacles that was at the bottom of the deck when we were getting into the tarot, and I do feel like there's parts of you that you almost forgot were even there, you know, that are re-emerging in some way with this relationship. And then we have the Tribe, to the Sea, and Flexible. Ooh, I love this energy. This is going to really feel like community. There's going to be a strong sense of community in this soulmate relationship. The thing about the Tribe is like, you have friends and they have friends, and all your friends blend together and get along. And I'm seeing like this, I'm seeing a wedding. I'm seeing a wedding, and it's like everyone's like mingling and dancing, and it's like your friends may end up marrying some of their friends and vice versa. Like everyone is winning from this situation. Like this marriage is honestly fate. Like making fate I can't even get it out right, making fate being able to like kind of unfold for other people that both of you are associated with. So like everyone wins from this relationship. So I love it. And then we have To the Sea and Flexible. So To the Sea is all about smooth sailing. It's very, you know, if you look at the card, she's like kind of journaling. She's kind of journaling in her boat to the sea. It's all about like smooth, you know, it's not turbulent waters. If you look really hard, you can see there's a face on the card as well, which represents, you know, the divine, and it's smiling. So it's just kind of like, you know, the universe, God, spirit, the divine is proud of you and seeing your growth and just looking like this is how it was always supposed to be. So be open. You're going to have to be flexible with this one, because I do see that there's things you're learning from this, but it's not learning in the sense that, you know, typically like when relationships are for like you to learn something, usually they can be very turbulent. Okay, now I'm getting this image of someone like boo-hoo crying. I mean like snot running down the face and everything, but it's good. It's because your partner is giving you the space to really address that, like the things that you've been through. So it's very much so a safe space. It's a good thing. It's liberating. It's freeing. It doesn't feel like you're making me sad or you're making me cry, you're making me upset. It feels like wow, I finally get to like really tap into my soul and my spirit, and you know, it's so liberating and freeing. So I absolutely love it. Okay, that's what the relationship is going to be like, very deep. Let's get into what they like about you, and then we'll get into some advice from the universe. What they like about you: your hair, So maybe you have cool hair as well, something unique about your hair. We have you live your truth. They love your honesty. They love your connection. They love your ability to connect with them as well. They feel very much so understood by you, whereas they haven't felt like they've gone this deep in a relationship before. You're an independent thinker, so you definitely have a mind of your own. And because you live your truth, I don't feel like you really go with the crowd. You're not persuaded by, who they are and what they want to do. I feel like you like to keep it harmonious. In relationships, like you don't want to rock the boat too much and you don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable, but you're also not going to completely go against the grain of who you are and, just try to take on someone else's personality, their sense of humor. You're not like someone who copies personalities or, copies someone's style just because this could be when you're meeting this person, you've grown. If you do feel like you're a little bit of a copycat, don't you worry. It's okay. It's all about growth. But this person loves that you're an independent thinker. Like you have your own opinions and there's always like a fresh opinion that you bring into conversations. And I feel like you guys get, really deep in your conversation and they love that you can go there. Some people, they really don't have the ability to go very much further than the surface. They scratch the surface of topics of conversation and it's just like that's really all they have to give. But with you, it genuinely feels like you have more to say. You'll really go there. You'll be abstract. You'll play devil's advocate. They love that. They love that. So then last, we got your playful demeanor. Oh my God, I'm getting this image of you guys with squirt guns in the house. I'm getting this image of, and now it's giving Mr. and Mrs. Smith energy, but it's like, I'm getting this image of you guys being very playful with each other, doing pranks on each other. There's this, I used to have a TikTok a while ago and there's this couple on there and, there was this blonde girl and her husband was like from, I forget where he's from. I want to say Greece, but he speaks really broken English and, it's just super funny. And she always does pranks on him. Like she'd make him an espresso completely wrong. She would ask for, no, he must have been Italian or something because she went to visit his home country. And then she was like, I'm going to ask the server if I can get some ranch for my pizza. And he's like, are you kidding me? Absolutely not the ranch. Are you serious? And it's so funny because she her face, she's like deadpan, and it's like she pretends to be serious, but they're very playful in that way. So if you're not like slap happy playful, we're gonna do squirt guns around the house, still a very playful, pranking, type of energy that's very cute. Right, so let's get into the advice from the universe. Whatever comes up about before this relationship, about the relationship, anything you need to know. We have communicating freely, and I definitely get this energy where your person is creating a safe space in order for you to do that. So that should be fairly easy. This person is so comforting, and like I said, in the workplace, they don't play. Like they're about their bread, they're about their job, like they take it very seriously. They're very much so a provider. But it's so unique. Like they create such a safe space for you. Wow. Okay, let's get into these. We got communicating freely and dwelling in truth. So this person, honestly, I feel like you'll marry this person. I feel like you'll marry your soulmate. And the thing is, like, soulmate relationships, honestly, they can be a little tricky, Sometimes people learn so much from their soulmate. By the end, they're like, I just want someone fresh and new. I'm grateful for the experiences, but I got to take myself home. I can't be with this person, But with this person, I feel like, they're creating that space. They want that long haul. And, I really feel like you guys are going to, especially with those marriage downloads, I feel like this person is here for the long haul for sure. We have communicating freely. It has little affirmations at the bottom of these cards. The first one says, I communicate from the depths of my being. At the bottom of dwelling in truth, it says, I stand in the light of truth. So like I said, this person is giving you such a freaking safe space to really address what you've been through and to really process that with them and they're just so, they really have a way with words. They really have a way with communication. Like, they're so warm and they love the heck out of you guys. Seriously. Like, the love I feel, my heart chakra is so activated right now. We have letting go and taking action. At the bottom of letting go, it says, I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. So, you know, allow yourself to let go of your old life. Also allow yourself to let go of the older version of yourself, because there is a new version of you that's going to emerge with this relationship. We have taking action. I enthusiastically embrace the life's boundless opportunities, is what that one says. So there's definitely an energy here of you guys going for it. If you feel called to move to a new city, you know, this is how like life purpose and your path starts to it's all connected. It all blends together. Which is why you want to work on yourself from all angles, because you start working on your life purpose, next thing you know, your romantic life is popping off. You know what I mean? If you feel called to move to a different city, start to make those plans, start to, you know, do that. If you feel called to a certain career, you may meet this person in that career, or you may meet this person on the way. If you feel called to take a trip or to go even like somewhere local, like, you know, if you feel called to, let me treat myself to a lunch at, you know, a restaurant, happy hour. Or if you feel called to dress up before you go someplace, follow that intuition, because the universe is really going to be delivering to you the steps that need to be taken and the action. And the universe is like, you know, tap into that, take that action, take that inspired action. Opening to love, my heart is open. I got a deeper energy out of this group than all the other ones, and you may have picked more than one pile, and or it just may not have come up for other piles. So it doesn't mean like, oh my God, you guys are, you know, deeper than all the other piles. But I think because it's such a significant part of the relationship, you know, this person creating a safe space for your inner child to reemerge, if it's been halted or if you had to grow up at a young age, I feel like that's why it's very significant for you to start to open yourself up now, whether that's doing shadow work or just journaling, you know, or, you know, trying your best little by little to be more authentic every day and allow your true self to be shown outside of you. We have manifesting dreams and savoring pleasure. So if you guys are manifesting meeting your soulmate, the universe is saying keep going. It's working. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And if you're not, you may want to start to script or do some candle magic, or, you know, reach out to someone who, you know, does spell work if you want to take it all the way there and, you know, really ensure you can have some progress, like whatever you're into, okay? Like, but try, you know, even if it's just scripting or journaling, that's like the most witchy thing that has the least amount of like fear with it, because it's just like, you know, you're still being witchy, you're still tapping into, you know, that alchemy and creating, but it's not like scary, like, you know, you got a cauldron and you're whipping stuff together, you know what I mean? So that's the most witchy thing you can do with like the least amount of risk, I guess I'll say. But anyways, my dreams are coming true is what it says at the bottom of that one. At the bottom of savoring pleasure, it says, I fully embrace the bliss of my life. So the universe wants you to be happy. And you may be a bit pessimistic these days, feeling like, you know, you just don't have that spark, that bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, non-realistic, you know, just zest for life. You may not have that, you know, because of what you've been through, or like I said, you know, perhaps it's that inner child hasn't been allowed to emerge for a while. But the universe is definitely telling you to start treating yourself and getting used to experiencing pleasure, because this person is going to pleasure you in all ways. And if you're not used to it, you may reject it, you know, when you meet them, or you may be like sussed out to the point where you write them off and, you know, self-sabotage. So that's the advice. Let's get into their zodiac sign and initials. All right, so for initials, we have a G, we have an E, we have an F, a U, we have a T, we have an L, we have an O, another E, a D, This one's, I should have took this out. This one doesn't have anything. So it may be a bit of a surprise. Another E, 3 E's. Wow, we have an R, an M. The BTS stands are quaking right now with that RM. We have a D as well, another D. We had 2 of those. So let's get into their zodiac. All right, we have Pisces. We have Gemini. Oh, we have Cancer. We have Capricorn. And we have Virgo. Those are all of the zodiacs that came out for you today. So yeah, you guys, my Etsy shop is linked in the description if you'd like to go further, or if you need anything that a private reading can reveal to you. I am here for you. Again, it was an honor to read for you guys today. This is your soulmate reading, everything I could possibly get about your soulmate, and that's what I have for you, group 4. I will talk to you later.